Hi, I'm Ashley Tabb, and I live in Lexington, Kentucky with my husband Matt and my two precious princesses, Courtney, who's 8, and Caroline, who's 3. And I work full time at the University of Kentucky, where I've been told I am the master of mirth. I get to plan events and do event coordination and other fun stuff, um, like communicating out different technology changes and helping the student, staff, and faculty here at UK know what technology they're going to use. In addition, I consider myself a motivation shaker, and I help people with their health and fitness goals by providing them with different programs that they can use and showing them how to get started with those programs. So today what I wanted to talk about is meal planning and prepping because I was meeting with a friend yesterday and she had a lot of questions about meal planning. So I thought, well, I should get online and make a video so that I can share that with other people. So I just want to talk about how I got started with meal planning and prepping. So about 2 years ago was when I really started doing more meal planning. Before, I would just go off the cuff. You know, every day I would go into the refrigerator and I would need to make lunches. My daughter, who's 3, she attends a preschool that I have to send her lunch every day. And then working full time, I find that I can save money if I take my lunch as well. So each day I was going into the refrigerator and I would pull out some fruit and yogurt for her and crackers and goldfish and a few other things, and then I would take those same similar things for myself. And it took about 10 minutes every single day to make our lunches, and it was just causing me to be late for work and just stressed. So I decided that I needed to start meal planning and prepping on the weekends. So I would create a schedule and a routine so that on Saturday and Sunday, I spend about 30 to 45 minutes, especially if there's no one around, and I can go into the kitchen and pull out all of my fruits and vegetables and cut my strawberries and measure them into my containers and cut those celery and put all the veggies into their containers, and then they're in the refrigerator for the week. And I can just pull them out and throw them into the lunch boxes each day. And now it only takes me 2 to 3 minutes versus 10 minutes each day. And I'm eating healthier foods. I'm not having as much waste, because before I would say, oh, I'm going to have these green peppers and these red peppers to have with hummus. But then at the end of the week, I would come in and they never got cut. They were still there. They were bad. I had to throw them away. Same thing with celery. If I don't cut it on Saturday or Sunday, I find that I don't cut it throughout the week. I just don't have time. So the number one thing that I think is really important is to create that prepping schedule and routine. Look at your calendar and see what's going on. For me, what works best for my family is on Saturday mornings. My husband typically goes to Sam's and gets all the fruits and vegetables, and we have a lot of frozen meats that we eat throughout the week, so he will purchase all of those. And then Saturday afternoon is typically when I will start my prepping, and if we don't have anything going on Saturday afternoon, I can sometimes get it all finished. But if we do have something that we need to get to, like a birthday party or some other type of event, an Easter egg hunt or a Christmas party, whatever the case may be throughout the year, then I just do what I can. I just take a 30-minute increment and I start with the fruits and I get them done. And if I can get to the vegetables, then I do that too. But if not, I save that to Sunday, and then when I get either before or after church, I'll pull out the vegetables and I'll get those finished, and then I have them ready to go throughout the week. And And it's, like I said, very helpful to make sure that I have those healthy foods so that I can eat them. It makes me feel better. I have more energy during the week. And I've really been able to stick with my meal plan because I've prepped the beginning of the week. So creating that time, scheduling that time, having a routine for when you know that you're going to prep. And for you, maybe it's during the week. Maybe there's some time during the week that works better for you. But whatever it is, stick to it. And the more you're consistent each week, the more you'll find that you really schedule that in, and it's just something that's part of your week, that prepping. And then the same thing for meats. If you want to go on and cook your chicken and then have it in the refrigerator so you can throw it on top of a salad during the week, that's great too. So scheduling and having a routine for your prepping. Also, you need to create an eating schedule or routine. Know what your days look like. And, you might be able to have a general schedule and then be able to adjust that throughout the week as things change, which they always do. Life happens. But if you can just have a general idea of what you're going to do and can keep it consistent, then again, you can form that habit of eating regularly and on routine. So again, for me, my schedule is to eat every 2 to 3 hours. So I get up at my alarm goes off at 5. I get out of bed by 5:15. I'm downstairs working out by 5:30. Today it was 5:20 so that I could do both cardio and core. So again, it changes. But I'm finished with my exercise by 6 and in the shower so that then I'm in the kitchen preparing my kids' food by 6:40. And then I make my shake because I have a shake every day for breakfast. And I drink it while I'm in the car. So it's usually about 7 o'clock when I end up having my shake for breakfast. So 7 o'clock is my breakfast. And then at around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'll go into my work refrigerator and I'll have my snacks that I've brought with me. And a lot of times it's just cottage cheese and fruit. But sometimes it's egg on a thin bagel. Those are just my staples, my favorite things to have. You can choose whatever you want to have, but those are the things that I like best. So I'll have that at about 9 or 9:30, and then I'll have lunch at around noon, and then I'll have another snack at around 2 or 3, and then we typically have dinner around 6 or 6:30, and I'll have maybe another small snack at 8:30 after I've put the kids to bed. And so that's my schedule for eating. Now, again, it doesn't happen that way every single day. But I have in my head, I've created this routine and this schedule of what my ideal times would be. And, there's sometimes I'll look up from the computer and it'll be 10:30. And then I'll have my snack. Or I'll have a meeting that goes until 12:15. So I won't have lunch until 12:30. So you have to be flexible, but you want to stay somewhat consistent so your body is refueling itself each day and you get your metabolism going. If you need to set an alarm, that might be something that you do on your phone or on your computer to send yourself a reminder, hey, it's time for my snack, until you get in the flow of doing that. The other thing that you might want to put into your computer that I suggest that I do is input all of my meetings, my kid activities. Whenever I get an email or an invite, I put that into my calendar on my phone and on my computer so that I know what's going on. And then I can review my calendar at night for the next day. That helps me to pick out what I'm going to wear. And then it also lets me think about my schedule for eating. So that if I do have a meeting at 11:30 and I know it's going to go till 12:30, I already have in my mind that eating schedule is going to change a little bit. And it also helps to get me prepared for my snacks. So if I have an off-campus meeting and I need to get in my car and go somewhere, I can think about taking the snack with me and maybe altering what I'm going to have for my snack so that it is a more travel-friendly snack. So, cottage cheese and fruit might not be a good idea to have if I'm driving to a meeting that's only 10 minutes across town. and I've got to get there. So I might have almonds instead, or peanuts. If I'm going on Saturday to my daughter's swim practice, their practice is from 9:30 until 11, and we leave the house at 9. So I know that I'm going to need to get my snack in between there. And sometimes on Saturdays, I don't have breakfast until 8:30. So I'm not having breakfast until 8:30, so I'm going to move my snack to like 10:30. Well, I know I'm going to be at the pool with them. So I make sure to prepare something and put it in our pool bag. And then I also have snacks for them in the pool bag because I know they're going to be hungry too. And then, like I said, I schedule that prepping time, and I have it on my calendar too, and I can look at the days and know, again, like I said, on Saturdays we have swim in the morning, and so I know that it's going to typically be in the afternoon. But if we have something going on in the afternoon, I think about maybe doing it after they go to bed on Saturday night, or getting up early on Sunday morning and getting it all done then. So how do I know what's going to go on my meal plan and what I need to buy? Well, I also like to write down my grocery list and then have it on my phone. My phone goes with me everywhere, so it just makes sense to have everything on it. So, but then I like paper and pencil. It's just easier when my husband and I are brainstorming about what we're going to have for dinner throughout the week to just write it down. So I do write it down, and then I transfer it over to phone. So we will sit down typically on Sunday and talk about what we're going to have for dinners. But like I said, he typically goes to Sam's on Saturday. So again, he typically gets the staples. We usually have the same things that we need from our Sam's list, from strawberries, grapes, bananas, blueberries, chicken, fish, celery, peppers. I mean, I can rattle it off to you pretty quickly. So what I do actually is on Friday night, I will go into my phone, and we have an app. It's called the AnyList app, and it's a blue app. I don't know if you can see it on the screen there, but it's our AnyList app, and I have tons of lists in this app. I love it. I even have it, the version that I paid for the computer, because I love it so much. But the neat thing is that my husband Matt and I, we can share our lists. And so I can see when he adds stuff to it, he can see when I add or when I mark things off when I'm at the grocery store. So our Sam's list, I can pull it up, and I can see that we still have hummus from last week. So you can still see that it is the only thing left on there that we didn't get last week. So then I can also pull up the entire list by saying show the completed items. So it keeps everything we've ever bought on there, and they're marked off, and then I just scroll through and I click them, and it uncrosses them all to put them back on the list. So I can go through and say, oh yeah, we need yogurt this week, and we need milk, and like I said, we need Kleenexes, and we need strawberries and bananas and grapes and celery. So now I just show the completed items, and it's back down to the 10 items that I've listed. So he has the list. He's ready to go to Sam's. The same thing with we shop at Kroger. So we also have a Kroger list, and it stores everything that we've pretty much ever put on our list. And then we go through that and we click the things that we need, and then we will look at different recipes, and if there's anything new, you can add the new items on there. And we've got the grocery list with us all the time. So typically I go grocery shopping on Tuesday, but if I change my mind, I can go another day, and I have the list with me. I also use this to track my to-do list, and it's really neat because I can put a daily to-do list for those items that I want to do every single day, and I can mark them off, and then I can bring it back and uncross them to start all over for the next day. And I don't have to write it out and spend that time writing it out. I can click it real quickly, and get that list back up to go again. So I found that to be really handy. And I just purchased the online version, and it also has a storage place for recipes. So I look forward to really using that piece to store our recipes and then be able to incorporate the ingredients that we need into our grocery list. So it's called the Any app, or I'm sorry, the Any List app, and it's a free app unless you want to use it online. And then I think it was $11 a year to make it where Matt could also see it online. So the Any List app, that was for grocery list and to-do lists. So again, create your schedule for when you're going to prep, create your schedule for when you're going to eat, then put in your calendar all of your meetings and your kid activities so that you know when you can eat and if you need to be flexible and adjust your eating schedule. And then for your grocery list, the Any List app, or if you're going to use paper and pencil, to put in your food. So what goes on the list? Well, for me, I've just started a new workout program. And so I got a little menu guide or meal planning guide that came along with my program. So I can go through it and read it and figure out. It has a portion control diet. So at the beginning of the book, it has me complete a questionnaire to determine my score and figure out how many calories I want to intake in food each day, what my goal should be. And then based on that, the workout plan that I'm going to be doing will be how many calories I should be burning to help me reach my goal of maintaining or losing weight. So again, this plan has a portion control containers similar to another workout that I did previously. So I started with the 21-day fix and those portion control containers, and now this is 22-minute hardcore, and it's still the same containers, but the plans are a little bit different. But that same meal plan can be used if you choose to use it. So what I love about this meal planning guide is that it has lists of food. So you have a green container, and that's your veggies. And so when you open up your meal plan guide, it gives you a full list of the different veggies that you can choose from. And what I like to do is go through this list and circle the things that I like the best. And those are going to be the things that I'm going to put on my meal plan for my veggies. And for me, my meal plan calls for 3 veggies a day. So the container, which you'll see in another video of me putting those veggies. And then the purple are your fruits. And again, you have a list for that, so you can go through it and circle all of those. You know, if you like blueberries, you can circle it. Some people like cantaloupe. Some people don't like cantaloupe. Some people like watermelon. Other people don't like watermelon. You choose from this list what you like best. I typically have grapes, strawberries, and bananas, and blueberries. Those are my favorite. And I also go by season. What's the cheapest? You know, right now my husband does come home from Sam's and he'll complain because grapes are so expensive. And this past week, I couldn't find green grapes. So I only purchased red grapes. Well, my kids weren't very happy with that because they decided they don't like the red grapes. They only like the green grapes. So next week, hopefully I can find the green grapes. Then the reds are your meats. So those are your proteins. And for my meal plan, I need 4 proteins a day, which in the beginning I thought was a lot, but 1 is my shake. My Shakeology shake is included as a red. And then I have a meat for lunch and a meat for dinner. And my other protein that I have typically each day is cottage cheese or eggs. So that's typically that breakfast or snack will be cottage cheese or eggs. And then the yellow are your carbs. Love my carbs. So I really like this plan. It's something I can do ongoing with my lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's something I can always do because I'm not having to give up much. Actually, I haven't really given up anything. I've just readjusted. So, you know, you've got potatoes and rice and pasta and waffles and pancakes and English muffins all on this list. So you pick, again, your favorites, and then you're limited by how much based on that container or the listed amount. Then you turn the page, you have healthy fats, your seeds and dressings, the oil, nuts, and butters, and then your free foods like mustard or lemon, herbs and spices to give your food some taste. So that's how I start with my meal planning, is that I go through and I circle in each of those categories my favorites, and then I compile them. So I'll get a piece of paper out and I'll start with breakfast. And again, every day for breakfast I typically have a shake. It's just easiest, it's easy to prepare, it's easy to take with me, it tastes good, and it's usually gone in less than 5 minutes. Then at snack, like I said, will usually be cottage cheese and fruit or egg on a bagel, a thin little bagel. Then at lunch, I'll either have leftovers that will include a meat and a veggie and a blue, or a lot of times hummus. And then the afternoon snack, and then evening again, we'll have a red protein, a green veggie, and a yellow carb. So that's how I start my meal plan. I'm going to be giving some more specifics in the challenge group that starts on Monday. So if you are interested in getting help and more help with your meal planning and more specifics and a meal planning template, you can comment below or send me a message and we can chat more about the challenge that I have starting. This is a support group. It's going to be on another app called the My Challenger app. And it looks similar to Facebook when you're in the app, but you're not actually in Facebook. You're in the My Challenger app, tracker app. And it stores all of your information, so you're able to track your progress, which I think is really neat. So you can log in your workouts and your shakes and your weight each day or each week for your weight. You can put in your measurements at the beginning of the month and then at the end of the month, as well as your pictures. And then each day you get a message from me with motivation and typically some type of assignment about what to do for the day. If it's to focus on your water or to create your meal plan or to just keep working out even though you're sore, you're going to get accountability and motivation from me every day. And then you can go in and post your questions and how your workouts are going. And you can see how other people are doing too and keep each other accountable. And so the groups typically are 30 days. And then we'll start another group. And if you're ready to keep going, then you keep going. Or if you need a break, you take a break. But I find for me, it's the way that I can stay accountable. And I get up each morning knowing that somebody is waiting and looking for my post and my inspiration. And that keeps me accountable. I also have a text group that for people that like to work out in the morning. So we'll text each other between 5:15 and 5:30 to let each other know that we're up. And again, that keeps me accountable because I know those people are looking for my text message. So if you're interested in more information, again, you can comment below. You can send me a message and we can chat more about how to get you started in the support group. If you need a new workout program, I can help you to determine which would be best that would fit your fitness level. And that you might like the best based on what the types of things that you like to do. And we can go from there. So I look forward to talking to you and making more videos to help you, to motivate you, and to get you inspired to reach your health and fitness goals. Have a great day.